Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, all glory, and all honor to the Most High Yahweh, the one and only true God over the whole earth, and the one true power of the nation of Yahshua, better known as Israel. People gotta bring the prophecies out. Gotta let people know the events happening right now were already written by our forefathers and our ancestors, which are known as Negro people to the world, but to the Most High, we're known as the nation of Yahshua. So this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1, and I'm going to just get straight into it. He said, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am approved. And Yahweh answered to me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that read. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. Right? It's talking about these prophecies. Not even just Habakkuk's prophecies. All of the prophecies throughout the Old Testament, what they call the Old Testament, which we know as the original Testament, the only Testament. Right? So he said, though it tarry, though it take a little bit of time, just wait for it, because it's gonna surely come. Now, you can look at even the New Testament camps. People been waiting for years. You can look at through the other Old Testament groups that's been around for years. People been waiting for years. But the Most High told our people, though it tarry, let's look at the word tarry. Right, though it lingers, though it's a little delay, or you might think it's a delay, because, you like, man, I see these prophecies coming to pass. When is the Most High coming back? When is he going to get this ball moving? So as you can see right now, through what's going on, he's moving the ball. So he said, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. So when the clock gets to ticking, just know there's no going back. He's going to start progressing everything, and everything is going to start moving forward fast. It says, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith, right? Because through all of these events and stuff going on, to be justified by the Most High is to have faith in his word and have faith in his covenant that he made with our forefather Abraham, that he's going to come through on his word. And through these trying times with so many different things going on, so many different distractions, so many different doctrines, that's a hard task. But for the people who are truly dedicated to serving the Most High, it's not hard. It's actually plain and simple, like the vision that was written by Habakkuk. So, we continue on verse 5. It said, no. As a matter of fact, and we finish up in verse 4. He said, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Who was that talking about? It's talking about the unjust. The unjust are the oppressors, the people who put hell on us while we in this captivity. And I'm not even talking about captivity like, chains and whips and stuff. We went through that already with our ancestors with the chattel slavery. But right now it's more of a slavery of the mind. They're keeping the minds of our people trapped, and they're using entertainment as a big means to do it. They're using entertainers, setting these entertainers up as the word entertainment, as we know, it means to distract. So they're setting these entertainers up, which we know are idols. They're set up as distractions. So let me continue on. It says, verse 5. Yeah, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, right? It's talking about the oppressor. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and as as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So, when you do the calculation, 1 plus 1 is equals 2. Who fits this category right here? This is talking about a specific person and people. So, let me continue on verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. It says, how long shall he? Woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. Right? Everything that the oppressor has, they stole. So anything gained after that will be them gaining off of somebody that they stole from, which will be you increasing something that's not yours. So when you do the logical thinking of this, who fits this bill? No other race on the earth fits this bill but what you know as the Caucasian race, which as we know in the scriptures is Edomites. I know some of you might not agree with that, but I don't care. You know, the truth is the truth. You have to take that up with the Most High. So let me continue on. It says, which ladeth himself with thick clay. Now look, right? It says, shall not these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, right? Look at this right here. America must prepare for war over Taiwan. A U.S.-China war over Taiwan isn't happening anytime soon, Bloomberg said, right? Dangerous fatalism about a U.S.-China war. The China-United States trade war is an ongoing economic conflict between the People's Republic of China and the United States of America. So, look at the start date. It started in 2018. The ball is getting moving in 2022. Well, really, it got moving in 2020 with the coronavirus. But now, it's getting moving through different things. And not only China, but Russia as well. So these people that's not a part of that NATO EU thing, they're going to come up and take a parable against America. And not only America, but the system that's in place, which is NATO and the EU. Now, let me show you something. Go back to the scriptures. It said, verse 6, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Let's look up the word clay, right? The Hebrew word abat, which is a B, L-O-F-T, up top. Weight of pledges and heavy debts. Weight of pledges and heavy debts. Okay? Let's see something real quick. America's national debt, $30 trillion. They're in debt $30 trillion. So that means for every single person in America has $92,000. Well, we know that can't be true because everybody in America doesn't have money. And it's just steady going up day by day. Go back to the description. But at the same time, you got these people, they giving away money. They just gave money away to the Ukraine. They gave $40 billion to the Ukraine. But they in debt. But us Negroes, we can't get shit because they don't care about us, man. This is not our rest, like a 2 and 10. Let me jump back up here real quick. Read verse 5 again. It said, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, and neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto himself all people. Let's see something. Let's get more expoundation on that. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people and with a continual stroke, in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nation in anger is persecuted and none hindered. So this is a people, a person that goes around bullying everybody else in the world. Now people were taking a parable and a proverb up against him, saying we're not going to be bullied no more, and we will stand up to the bully. Can't y'all see what's going on? This is written thousands of years ago by what you call Negro or what they call niggas. Okay? So if this book isn't true, why is this in here? Where are the Kemet prophecies of any of this stuff happening in the future? Because they say that our book was based off of Kemet and the Kemet ideology. Where did Kemet and any of them people write prophecies about any of this stuff happening in the future? Nowhere. Because all that stuff is trash, man. It's all idolatry. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet, and they break forth in the singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. This is a future prophecy for when this man goes down. There's not going to be nobody getting bullied anymore, nobody getting harassed about what they got, natural resources they have in their land. Nobody getting harassed about them doing something contrary to what America thinks is supposed to be standard. Verse 9, hell from beneath thee is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? That's what all the nations are saying right now. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, and the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation? Lucifer isn't an angel that got kicked out of heaven. He's not JC. That's Roman Catholicism. Lucifer is a people. It just explained it. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. By telling you that they're the nation of Israel. And being in the land, calling themselves, whatever they call themselves. But that's them exalting themselves above the stars of the Most High. We are the stars. We're the progeny. Okay? Let me continue on to verse 13. It said, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Pandemics, causing pandemics, putting different stuff out here for people to get sick. They're trying to play the role of the Most High. Okay? Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and that did shake kingdoms? That lines up with Habakkuk. Habakkuk and Isaiah got the same vision. Okay? The oppressor in Habakkuk It's the same oppressor in Isaiah 14th chapter. And these are visions of prophecy that they were given from the Most High so we can be able to translate in these times right now. What ancient Kemet book did that? Exactly. Okay, let me jump to verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, meaning that Lucifer has children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine. Wine meaning doctrine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He's always in somebody else's land, taking over their resources, trying to see what they're doing, right? And is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations. The ones that rule the nations in anger. Well, we just read in Isaiah, the 14th chapter, Lucifer. So now all these take up a parable against him. Ain't they going to take up a parable against the king of Babylon? Isaiah 14:5. We just read that. 14 and 4. Sorry. Thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. America is the golden city. All right. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations, the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Okay? You've done all this violence around the earth, and then kicked off all this nonsense in all these other different countries, not even just with us, just even with the heathens too, the other heathens. You done went into their land and captured shit, took over shit. So now the Most High is going to allow these people to do the same thing to you. Okay? And all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe unto him that coveteth and evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. They think that their evil is going to deliver them out of this, man. That's why they have all of this stuff going. They're pushing all of this wickedness. I'm here to let you know that your wickedness is not going to deliver you. Your wickedness is going to get you destroyed, man. All right? It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. They didn't sin against their own self. They messed their own self up. And Yahweh did it to them. So, that's just, I just wanted to bring that out real quick, man. We got a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of prophecies and a lot of intel in these scriptures about how what our people should be looking for, first and foremost, and how we should be conducting ourselves in these times and getting ready to get up out of here. And with that, man, Yahweh Akkad, man. Shalom to the nation of Yahshua.